Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Today I'm going to be showing how to automate a couple of different processes. One is to get an octuple compressed sugarcane block, and the other is to get an octuple compressed netherrack block. These are needed for two different achievements or advancements in the game. One is nether region and the other is sugar high. So this is a way of just kind of automating those processes and putting them inside of a compact machine to make it a little bit easier for you, so it's not lagging out your game. If you find this video helpful and you like it, please be sure to click like. But most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button. That way you can see all my videos and tutorials as they come out. All right, so we are going to start off by just taking a look at the advancements here. Under the age of all the things OMG LOL, down here at the bottom you'll see nether regions, which is craft an octuple compressed netherrack block, and sugar high, which is craft an octuple compressed sugarcane block. Those blocks don't serve much purpose other than there's something you can do. So some of the things we're going to be using today are sprinklers. And sprinklers is 3 bone blocks, 1 water bucket, and 3 iron bars. We're also going to be using some snad. Snad is 2 sand blocks. Snad is for growing sugarcane faster. Definitely grows much quicker on snad blocks than it does standard sand. We're also going to be using auto crafters, which is a bone block, a piston, crafting table, an observer, and 4 purple dye. We're going to be using an upgradable combustion generator. For that, we're going to be using 4 modifier components and a simple combustion generator. And last, we're going to use a bunch of nether seeds, which is 4 nether clusters, 4 prudentium essences, and 1 tier 2 crafting seeds. All right. Some other things we're going to be using is going to be compact machines themselves. If you're unfamiliar with how to use compact machines and how to build these, I do have a tutorial on my channel showing that I will link down in the description of this video. We're also going to be using a couple other miscellaneous components such as chests, item extraction cables, things that most people know by now, but if not, everything I use can be found in the JEI. So I have two compressed setups already built. The first one is in this compact machine, and that is my compressed sugarcane, and this one is my compressed netherrack. So if you just right click on it with nothing in your hand, you're going to see I've got a little setup inside. Now if you have your personal shrinking device, which again shows how to do that in the video that I'm linking down in the description, and right click on the block, it's going to load you into your compact machine. Here we are. Okay. So here's the setup that I've been using. I have rows of snad with water in between, because for sugarcane to grow, it does have to be next to water. I have sprinklers on top of the water because those stack and help it grow faster. That's just growing that up. Next, we have a harvester. That harvester is set on area 15 by 15, so it's doing the entire block. So every couple seconds, it's cutting it down and harvesting all of that sugarcane, moving it into a chest. I like to use a chest in between in case something does clog up in the later system. It gives a place for your sugarcane to build up in, so your harvester will still keep working, because these auto crafters will go way faster. Now, the first auto crafter I have set up to turn sugarcane into a compressed sugarcane block. And the next one turns compressed sugarcane blocks into double compressed sugarcane blocks, and so on and so on. The only part of this that you occasionally have to do is to, once you have 9 of an individual block, is to then go ahead and set up the next block and attach an item extraction cable to the original block, feeding it into the next one. Once they have worked their way all the way to the end, they are going to have an octuple compressed sugarcane block. So I can leave this just sitting here and let it farm itself. It does grow inside the block even when I'm not in it. The next thing is, of course, the power that we're using to run everything. Now, I use this in all of my compact machines because it's very easy to do and it is self-sufficient. So I use a double chest with 2 hopping bonsais with blue mulch, the best mulch you can make, and then 2 saplings of your choice. This extraction cable on the left is blacklisted wood, so everything else is pulled into this trash void and gotten rid of. And this item extraction cable is whitelisting wood, which pulls it into my upgradable combustion generator. I then also have 1 stack of speed modifiers, and if you do that, it is going to be more self-sufficient and provide all the power that you need You will not have to connect it to anything external. So you don't have to worry about running RF in or using wireless from outside. This will continue to power pretty much everything inside. I've yet to build a setup inside for most things that this has not been able to power. But if I needed to, I could always double this up and create a second one in, say, another corner. But overall, this is going to work its way up and give me my octuple compressed, and then I'll be good to go. And once that's finished, I can, if I want, use a tunnel. Show you what those look like. JI. Tunnels, again, are covered in the compact machine tutorial. But if you use a tunnel, I could then, if I wanted to, keep this sugarcane farm going. Instead of having it all compressed, I could have it just feeding into some type of simple storage or ME storage outside of this entire little frame. But that is all for setting up the sugarcane setup. We're going to go ahead and we're going to zip back out. Personal shrinking machine. Second for the world to load. I personally find sometimes if I jump out of one and back into the other one too quick, it hasn't fully loaded and it will lock up or kick me out of the game. We're going to jump inside here. And as you can see, the setup here is going to be pretty much the same. Instead of snad, I'm using just regular dirt. And I'm using nether seeds. So nether seeds create nether essence. And the same basic setup. I've got the same energy going over here. Set up the same way. And this is harvesting my nether seeds, putting into the first one, creating netherrack. Second one turns netherrack into compressed netherrack, double compressed netherrack, triple compressed netherrack, and quadruple. And again, it will continue on. So this is something that I'll just have going all the way through. Occasionally I hop in, take a look, and if I have 9 here on this side, I know I can take those 9, move to the next one, set up my pattern, and then one item extraction cable will continue the process automatically. Now the one extra step I am doing here is on this item extraction cable, I do have blacklisted fertilized essence because a lot of the mystical agriculture plants are going to produce that as well. So I have another item extraction cable coming out the other side with that whitelisted. So those are building up in this chest that I can occasionally clean out. Or if I didn't want them, I could put a trash void here as well to just get rid of them. But I don't want them coming out this side and mixing up because eventually they could clog up the system, filling in all these spaces, and then my system will stop producing. So I don't want that to happen. So I've got it going out here because I'm going to have a use for these later. But if you don't need them, just putting another trash void here like we did up there will just destroy them and get rid of them for you. Now, the great thing about this setup here is if you got rid of these compressors and you just use one autocrafter, you could use pretty much any type of mystical seed you want in here, having it craft into its form, or you could just use, sometimes depending on what you're doing, a packager, but I like the autocrafter better. And then once it's crafted, you could go ahead and just have it using a tunnel, exit outside of this box and directly into your inventory. You could have one of these blocks here for every different type of seed, constantly producing materials for you. And because they're inside this block and not out in your regular world, they're not going to be lagging out your game as badly. It's all going to be held inside here. Let's go ahead and exit out. So again, we take a look at the inside. One other little handy thing that could be done if you wanted to, you could do a second layer of this. If you were to put another layer of, say, dirt or rock, and then snad and water on top of that, more sugarcane, and then had a second harvester at the end, feeding what it harvests down into the same chest originally, you could double the production. I didn't do that because personally I just don't think it's needed, but it is something that you could do. You could also do that with, if you have any type of seeds for mystical agriculture. You could have one layer doing, like I have here, Netherrack. You could have a layer above that feeding into another system that's, say, doing inferium seeds or something of that nature, but you could have multiple things farming in one block. There's plenty of spaces in the 15 by 15 compact machine. All right, so once those processes have finished and the final octuple block is put together, all you have to do then is go and take that out of your inventory and you will get these 2 advancements. You'll get the nether regions for picking up the octuple compressed netherrack block and the sugar high from picking up the octuple compressed sugarcane block. And that is all that needs to be done to get that automated. If you have any questions about this tutorial or any of my other tutorials, please be sure to throw those down in the comment section, as well as any suggestions you have for other tutorials you'd like to see in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Always looking to put new stuff together for you. But that is going to do us for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.